You've served in the United States Senate. You also were there when President Obama tried to do some big, bold things and got shut down. First black president, was treated quite disrespectfully in a lot of ways. Do you think that the filibuster, which has been, a Jim Crow artifact, and it's now standing in the way of Joe Biden doing big things on, criminal justice reform, on voting, do you think the filibuster should go? And do you think that Joe Manchin and others who still cling to it can be overcome?
Well, I think it should go because I think its usefulness has passed us by. If there is not the votes to get rid of it completely, I would like to see it lifted for constitutional matters, in particular, the right to vote, how we set up and run our elections, which is really at the core of everything else. So although I'm in the camp now, which says, look, we have so many problems showing that we can govern ourselves, the president is absolutely right to say that this truly is a contest between democracy and autocracy, that we need to show not just ourselves, but the world that we can get things done. I would like to see it eliminated. If we don't have the votes for that, I would like to see us lift it for constitutional matters at least.
Yeah, well, let's talk about January 6th. It was such a jarring moment in American history. You've been the subject of conspiracy theories probably your whole career, maybe even since you were at Wellesley. And so can you just tell, let me actually just play you a piece of sound and then get response to it. This is Officer Michael Fanone, who was one of the actually Metro police officers who responded to help Capitol Police. And here's what he said to Don Lemon.
It's been very difficult seeing elected officials and other individuals kind of whitewash the events of that day or downplay what happened. I experienced a group of individuals that were trying to kill me to accomplish, their goal. How we managed to make it out of that day without more significant loss of life is a miracle.
When you hear people like Senator Ron Johnson downplay what happened on January 6th and the savagery that you just heard Officer Fanone describe, do you see in the Republican Party a party that believes enough in democracy to be negotiated with on big things that affect the American people?
Well, I think they've proven that they are not open to negotiation because they're not open to reality in too many cases. You just mentioned one, trying to deny and actually substitute a totally false scenario for what we all saw with our own eyes on January 6th is indicative of how far gone they are. I mean,
hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.